Hello? Is this thing on? Oh my gosh! Look at all these people! Oh my gosh! It's on! Oh my gosh!
Okay, chat, we have to be fucking real for 1 second. We have to talk really quickly. First of all, I hope you guys brought some better fucking Riz this time. Your Riz last night fucking sucked. You have to fix it. Okay? You better fucking fix it.
Hi! Hello! Hi! Wow! Hi! Oh, let me move this. Oh. No! Eee. Wow! Itchy, itchy. Hello, everybody! Hello! Hi! Before we start, I gotta know. Is my mic okay? Am I too loud? I can't tell. Hold on. Let me listen to myself really quickly. That sound good? That sound cute? Ah. Thank you. Okay. I'm always loud, bitch! Fuck you! Hello! Oh, hi, Mero! Whee! I feel like I'm constantly peeking my mic. This microphone, it's freaking me out, man. It's freaking me out, man. Today, we're gaming. We are gaming. We are gaming. Make our ears bleed? I'll say Tuskaru because of your voice. What if I just like death scream into your fucking ears like rah? Rah! I did my time. I know. Psychosocial. It'll just be the last Tuskaru I ever Tuskaru. After having experienced reverse ASMR, nothing can hurt my ears. Speaking of Mimosa's reverse ASMR, I saw her room today. I saw the aftermath of the reverse ASMR. When Slipknot singing jam? I know like 2 songs. I only know Psychosocial and like the first track on that album. What was it? Dead Memories? Singing in the dark, I'm standing here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Dead memories in my heart. Yeah, that's all I know. And then the Psychosocial thing. And the rain will kill us all. If we throw ourselves against the wall, no one else can see the preservation of my me. Psychosocial, psychosocial, yeah. Anyway, tonight we are playing Paranormasight! Yay! We're spooky gaming. Spooky games. Wow. Spooky games. Spooky time. First of all, I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Cause when we first played it, why, oh why, Delilah, was everyone dying? I wasn't even clicking the curse button. Frickers. If it was literally just to introduce the timeline thing. Fuck that. If that's the case, then what the hell is left? What's left of us? Skill issue? Watch Jujutsu Kaisen to learn how to be better? You know what? You're right. You're so right. You're so fucking right. You really are fucking right. I'm in my settings. Hold on. This game's fucking loud. Hi, chat! Okay. Hold on. Let me turn this. Let me turn. Hold on. Should we turn the voices back on? Because we turned it off because of a game mechanic before, didn't we? Right? You can't English? Where'd my chat go? Mother hacker. You gonna be close to us today because you'll be scared? No! No! Chat usually has too much salt, don't eat it. But I like salty. I like salty. Salty good. Ooh. I think I'm more of a sweet and salty girl type of person rather than like... rather than like... bitters and sours and... Okay! Are you ready, kid? You don't even hear it. Can you hear it? No? What do you mean no? You can't hear it? Why no? Can you hear it or not? Brother in Christ. A little low? Is that better? Is that better? I don't know, this is pretty loud. Okay. Okay. Now everyone is poopy. Can I take a take-home break? I need a pee! Wait! I told myself I was gonna pee before we played! I forgot! Cause I was cuddling with Mouse and I was like, oh shit, I have to stream! So I clicked go live and I forgot to pee, hold on! Where's the... Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. I have to fix my blanket. My blanket. Okay. I peed. I forgot my bear. Wait. My bear. My spooky protection bear. My bear. Bear. Okay. Bear acquired. Bear. I got my bear. Okay. Hey guys, ready? I need to catch my breath. I ran because I didn't want to take too long. Are you ready? Because I'm not. Mama. What the fuck? Oh, right. I forgot. We're supposed to pick a new timeline. I forgot my coffee. That's right. I'll get it later. This way. You have to pick a new timeline. But why does it start us here? Wait, why did it... Wait. Wait. Why? Why is it only these deaths? Wait, why are these the only ones left? Wait. Why? Oh, actually, can you guys hear me just one quick second? One quick schmeckend. Hold on. Hold on. Just one. Hold on. Hold on. This. Cool. Okay. Are we ready, kids? Aye, Captain! I can't hear you! Aye, Captain! Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared. Can I not click this? Oh, sorry. Summary of previous events. Shogo Okie is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibuya Park searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Hondo. His interest in the occult that starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. So do we restart or what's the difference between the two of these? Let's resume. What does this mean? Wait! Probably restart is the best? Why did that scare me? Restart? Okay. Shogo, okay. 1 a.m. Is this the part where she's kind of like dead? She's kind of dead, you know? Nope, she's alive! Hey, girlie. It's been a while. Wait. You're kidding, right? About what?
I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying only people with spirit sense can see you.
Oh yeah, this is when she said she was a ghost or something. Of course that was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of... I think my cat may have... Did you guys hear that? Let me go check on my cat. Did you hear that? Were you able to hear that? Sorry, I just heard like a really loud crash. Give me 1 second. My cat has been a problem today. Okay. We proceed! But yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. Oh! He's in the back! Did you see? Did you see? In the corner, the guy in the suit, the hot guy. Hold on. Is it gonna go down far enough for us to see him? Fuck! That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the 7 mysteries of Hanjo business? How's Mouse? He's tripping balls. He's tripping balls a little bit. Okay, there's actually like no music in the background. Let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Yo! She creepy. Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand. You can't be serious. He's not there. Oh shit! That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at night. Why does it look so creepy? Why? Okay, let's recall. I've got most of my memory back, but I still feel a little bit out of it. Okay. I don't know how she's so comfortable, comfy talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless... No, it can't be. Can we talk? Oh. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the rite of resurrection? Oh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? So you know about it, huh? The rite of resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the rite of resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it, an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by a local historian, Hideki Araishi, at an academic conference. You sure know a lot about this stuff. My cat is crying. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. Kinda got that. Oh. But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact. Exactly! That's why I believe the rite of resurrection is real! I'm starting to believe it too. Good! Meow! What? I'll let him in. I swear, if you try climbing up, I'm gonna throw you back out. I've taught you multiple lessons today, you stinky poopy cat. Eek. Hi. Come on in. Come on in. You're all wet because you got sprayed because you're mean. Because you're pushing stuff over. You weirdo. Here. Okay. Get dry. Okay? You'll be a good boy. You're a good cat, okay? Behave. Behave. I'll leave the store open this minute. Behave. Okay. Let me put the footstool down so you don't climb over. Like a little weirdo. Okay? Okay. Today... He's already throwing stuff out. What is your problem today? What? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? He's such a little weirdo. Okay, we proceed. Good. The pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Araishi himself. Is there more? Right. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do, but you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful.
So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist?
Spooky. That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something, and then they really do, because they believed they would. Is that how it works? I don't know how much of this I need to repeat, because we already did this before. We'll see until we end up doing a thing. We'll just go through everything. Because I really don't know if there's like anything I need to... Because we need to... Oh? We need to find a different option, right? Will the guy show up? Is he here in the corner again? No? Oh, there's more. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I'm trying to see the surroundings if there's anything creepy. Everything is scary. This is the same as before. You heard the definition of scared by their own shadow? What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean? Why? Hello, cat. I get scared by everything? No, I don't. Okay, this is the part where she talks about something pogo. Ogo pogo. Hi, cat. You want cuddles? Come on. Come here. Come on. Up on the lap. On the lap. Lappies. You wanna sit on my lap? No? Yep, that's a yes. Come on. Uh-huh. No. More Paranormasight! Yay! It's Ogo Pogo. Ogo Pogo? The dog. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogo Pogo was my dog, had him for 8 years. I don't even know where we start making a difference. I feel like restart might not be the move. Hi. My cat is now in my chair. Hello? You're not allowed on the table. Nope. Okay. So there's nothing different so far. Eee! Ah! Okay. There's still nothing different. There's literally nothing different. What are you doing, cat? Ah, is this the part? Is this it? It feels like the air just changed. Think! What was that just now? Hey! Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me! Stay with me! Cat, okay. You're out. You're out. Get out! Get out of here! Little freak. Little freak. You're such a freaky little guy. Okay. Yoko! Something's got Yoko really rattled. Okay, so... Now we stared long enough. Guys, not this shit again. Yoko's pointing over. Why did that scare me? Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, okay. No, keep yelling her name. Oh! Wait, that was different. That was different. That was different. We can yell her name now. Huh? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's no. Shut up, phone. There's nothing there. Yoko! Hang in there, Yoko! Look at me! You're going to be okay! It's alright! There's nothing there! Ah! Yoko! Oh! Oh! I get it! Wait, I get it! 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 It's when we say we don't believe! It's when we don't believe! Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies. Unmoving on the ground, will his pleas get through to her? So we're supposed to do that? Yeah, because last time that wasn't an option. But she did say that it only depends on whether you believe or not. So maybe that's the case. Shogo Okie. 1 AM. Kinshibari Park. Well, she's in a daze. Huh? Oh good, you're awake. Well, what? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Eh? Wait, she told that to us when we woke up as Shogo when we started the game. Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. Oh, okay. I thought it was like something sus. You're the one who said it earlier. Ma'am, you're muted? What do you mean? I'm muted? What? Oh, no. No, the game, there's just no sound. Here. Let me up it. Bonk. Oh. Why would you mute me? Why? Wait, what? Back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? What does that even mean? What does that mean? What are they trying to say? Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. What the fuck does humors mean? I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow? I don't know. I need to mute my phone. Hold on. This is freaking me out. What? You're backing out?
Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation.
Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too.
Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay?
Okay. I ended up having to force a still protesting Ryoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Is that zombie game? It is not zombie game. Whoa! Oh, this is the morning. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries for the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his... Why would we do that? Fucking why? Why? In further news, the man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. What happened? Who killed him? Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area at around that time. It's kind of hot when he's staring into my soul like that. Is that it? Is that it? Is that the end of the game? Scene! Oh, that was the end of the prologue. Great run, guys! That was it! Good job!
Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogo Okie's story to a close. But this is not the end. Far from it, in fact. Oh, sorry. In fact, this is where the story finally begins.
It's the end of the prologue!
The routes of the The routes of the three protagonists have now been unlocked.
She's a main character!
Haruo Shigema, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who was looking into the death of an officer in line of duty.
Oh, the younger guy?
Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead, a girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the rite of resurrection. Following these three storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale.
No. Of course we're starting with mommy. We have to start with money. We have to start with the hot lady. The hot, dead inside lady who just wants to watch the world burn so she can bring back her little baby. Not dreams. Haruo Shigema. When the son of Haruo was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haruo has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Oh boy. May these who mock fires perish in flames. Kill them! Kill them! The flame bearers! Kill them all! You have acquired the power to use of the cursed stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. Press the use curse button to set your target alight. Oh shit. That's not this, is it? A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you? Oh. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Awawa? Haruo Shigema. 12 a.m. The pyromaniac route? Let's go! Shigema mansion? Mansion? Oh, mansion. She's a rich mommy. Back with me, ma'am? Can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Oh. Sweet dreams? Oh, she's so fine. She is so fine, bro. It's not fair. Why is she so fine? Still dead mother haircut. Yo, wait, why is she hot? I need to know. Why? Why is she so fine? Okay, guys. It's time. Sex. Female. Occupation. Housewife. Curse echo. The haunting clappers. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoko Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. About a year ago. Fuck when I said that you tweaking, ho. Excuse me. Sorry. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Haruo to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigema family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Oh. Even today, many in the Shigema line of work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Haruo's father sits in the upper echelon of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigema clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, As her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harua's marriage grew cold. I can't talk, I'm sorry. Though she wants for nothing... Oh. She is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Harua a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Harua spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Harua's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Harua left to live in the large empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework, Harua has nothing but time on her hands. I see. Mommy! No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Think? My heart's still racing. This is it. This is my chance. At long last. Surroundings? A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I kind of wish I knew how this worked. I kind of wish I knew... I kind of wish I could see a fax machine work in person. We had one at our office. No, not our office. At our principal's office in high school. And they never used it. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. Oh, it's a lady. I rarely find a use for it. Talk to the hee-hee man. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Oh, she's psycho. Hold on. Can you tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting. Very interesting. So the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that cursed stone appear in your hand of myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. Is this the same thing? Okay. Let's look around. This is a very creepy house, man. A color TV. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with Father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Whoa, what is that? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it! It's Head Hencho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the Mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. Is this like Banksy? Is this like the Paranormasight version of Banksy? Is that what this is? To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Collect your first. I have to collect. I have to. Whoa! Hello? Why is there so many? A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use.
My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called.
She's so sick of life, she doesn't even want to talk with enthusiasm.
A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They say... Oh. That's sad. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort.
Oh. Whoa. Azure Heron Agency. Richter Kai's private investigation firm in Kamada, Oda City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a sample name like Kai's Detective Agency. But upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed at the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with an A. Thus, Azure Heron Agency was established. However, it is questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an azure heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a pet, and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. If there was a symbolic connection to be made here, it has surely been lost on all but Richter himself. A PI, also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates in their own agency. Although there are no formal qualifications necessary to become a private investigator, many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the rest of that. Where's the person of wisdom? There. Richter Kai. The eccentric man that Shogo Okie ran into at Honji Bridge. Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Oda City. After taking on a request from Haruhi Shigemon to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the rite of resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help those in need and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. That's us, probably. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Erio. That's this guy! Interesting. They're all tied together! Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations and tailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them while out and about. Richter typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. What was the name of the girl? Sakaki something? Anyway. Talk.
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh?
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echoes resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like.
Ugh.
Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire.
I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me anyways. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea.
Think! Same thing? Okay. About the investigation. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigema.
Oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone and I've come up with a grand total of... 1 lead!
So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember. You were just about to tell me.
Yo. Renegade applicants and Hanjos we did 1 year ago. Kidnapped on our way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Harume reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. That's not good. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. I don't know what this word means. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Jesus. Is this the kid? Aww. He's just a little guy. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River? Wait. Hold on. What am I hearing? Oh, what am I hearing? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm hearing stuff outside that I'm not very happy about. Hold on. Hi. Sorry about that. There were a bunch of high school kids really drunk outside of our house, and the upstairs neighbors were kind of dealing with that. So I couldn't tell if I was hearing fighting or something else. Yeah, they were just being rowdy. But hi, hello. I'm sorry. There's something off about today, man. How many people are in here? Hello. Jeez. Okay. Glad it seems to be nothing serious. Nothing affecting me, if anything. They were kind of just fighting, and I was hearing like police sirens. So yeah, I got kind of worried because I don't know what's happening. We're kind of like, this house is kind of close to downtown, so you know, it's kind of one of those things, right? When you hear stuff like that, you have to be on your toes. Okay. Let me take a breath really quickly. Okay. Okay. gotta keep our mood up. We gotta keep going. I'm always streaming for an hour and I feel like I haven't done anything. Jesus Christ. Today has been a day. This week has been a week. Okay. Let's see. So this was the son that got murdered, and I'm a little sussy because it said his body was discovered in Sumida River. Which kind of make me... It kind of reminds you of the... What was it? The... Which one was it? The Whispering Canal. Which river was this? Okay, never mind. It's not like Sumida River. It's not specifically Sumida River. Okay, we're fine. I don't know. He was a conscientious, brave boy who was determined to protect his brother Haruhi amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age. Likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment, born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities. Okay. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. No! No! He was just a little guy! Man. Okay, mommy, we gotta avenge our kid. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found and then we can make a decision? Alright. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to... let's see here. Northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from, but it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls, Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping.
You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. This is why I would never let my kids go to school alone. Yeah, no. If I ever got a kid, I am driving that little shit to and from. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right? Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. He's my son! But, and this is a big but, if the right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. Not so, is it? Dear oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? That's your husband's fault? Yeah! Back to the kidnapping. The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is mockingbird stickers! As if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. Okay. Detective Mero on the case. Here's my assumption. Whoever this fake-ass Banksy is tricking the kids. Being like, hey, I'm the cool artist. Look at the sticker I have. It's like really, really, really unique. It's one of a kind. Time to whip out the glasses. Gotta look professional. You're right. Hold on. You're so right. You're so right. Hold on. You are so right. Oh, it's kind of hard to do from here. Hold on. Actually, I do believe that this Banksy person may be the real culprit. In fact, I have a reason to believe that the way they lured the child into the car is by inviting them through the mockingbird stickers. Indubitably. Detective Mero on the case. I am simply an intellectual.
What if it's the husband? What? No! Why? Why? If husband... No. The motive isn't strong enough. You know why? Because the death of his kid would mean shame. Shame on his family. And he was not able to redeem himself. It was an arranged marriage? I mean... What's the... He was arranged a marriage into a rich family. And their pride was based on the success of the police and the bureaucrats. I don't know. We proceed. A teacher, perhaps? Or a relative? Oh, somebody else you knew?
But all of the adults Suichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. Man. You right? Shit! It really might be the husband. Fuck! What if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigema family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right. But surely that couldn't have...
Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. Keep talking, bro. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. I wonder why. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right.
His husband's side chick? Shit. Shit. Wait.
Surely you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have.
Hold on. Hold on. Imagine if it was the lady from Hihaku Soaps. The chemical company that Shogo Okie worked for. Because they all have to be tangled together, right?
My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something in here.
Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
Her assistant! It was the assistant that we killed the first time! The first guy in the suit! Oh my god! Am I big brain? She might have an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Okay. So there are two possible things. Numero uno. Detective Mero. He's kinda hot. This hee-hee looking ass. Really? I mean, shit, maybe. I like his face. His face is very cute. Very handsome. Detective Mero on the case. So, there are 3 possible culprits to this incident. Number 1. They knew... What was she? Like the... Not really see... Wait. This guy. Number one culprit could be the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps. Her potential accomplice, Takumi Yoyoka. Just as Natsue Yamamori, that's the name. Natsue Yamamori continues to exert tremendous influence over the company since her retirement from the presidency, so too does Takumi continue to support her behind the scenes. Acting as Natsue's mouthpiece. I therefore conclude one of the possible culprits to this incident could be Natsue Yamamori and her secretary, that dude. And another thing. Potentially. Hear me out. I don't think it got added. Did she get added? Okay, the girl did not get added. The girl student, who was at the school and she wanted to save her friend who committed suicide. I have a feeling that the friend that killed herself, or not really killed herself, she might have been murdered and it was like framed as a suicide, might also be the young lady that could potentially have led Shuichi into the car. And another thing. I'm kidding. That's it. Keep talking. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Okay. Several hours earlier? It's not Shogo, is it? Alright, this should do. There's no one around we can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Who the fuck? Here comes the sun! Doo-doo-doo-doo! Hey, Jew! Da-da-da-da. Remember, it'll be better. I keep forgetting we're like in the 70s, 80s. How did we get from talking to hee Michael Jackson hair type of dude to this guy? Okay. Sorry. That was so out of pocket. That was so mean. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Jonochi? Got it. Well, Jonochi. I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigena's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? Michael Jackson. How should I know what a private detective looks like? I'll forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. Damn. My life is in danger. I need your help. Huh? You'll excuse me if I caught that if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who's trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Guys, I think that's the girl who killed herself. Wait! No, 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 no. The girl that was listed as one of the 3 main protagonists, her name was Sakaki? Something. It's not that. Right? Right? Didn't Shogo kill her? No, 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 that's a different girl. And this is a new timeline. This is the timeline when Shogo died. When he didn't believe, so he got cursed. But who cursed him? Nobody knows. No, the other guy is an old... No, 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 no. There's 3. There were 3. It just was... So, it's her... And then this guy. And then the other girl that isn't listed because, Shogo killed her before we could get a person of interest file. But it's some schoolgirl who was looking into who wanted to bring back her friend who was framed to have committed suicide. But do we know when she committed suicide? So many people to keep track of, goodness. I know, right? But it's okay, because we're big brain. We're big brain. I keep it all in my head. I'm big brain like that. Detective Mero on the case! Sounds like you've been naughty. Hey, yo, what the fuck? It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. How? I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigema. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Also, this was years ago. But he's talking to him like only a few hours before he came to the house. Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. She's a demon! Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? What is this face? What is that face? What is this puckered up lip? This... What? What? It's true. Her house, it's... forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. What about her house? Hey! Is her house the one of the cursed? I should stop jumping to conclusions before we even get anywhere. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk, but I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonouchi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. That's what the girls are from. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. Why'd it go quiet? At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you... Okay, let's talk about the right then. If it makes you uncomfortable,
Then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'll pay you.
How much can I give you to change your mind?
Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies, and I stick to them.
I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. Oh!
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they've filled it with soul dregs? Huh? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now.
My.
Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about the curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo, if I remember correctly. Yes, sir.
The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In my case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Hanjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. You'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
More? And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it's that good?
A target can't do much to throw it off, and has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there, they wouldn't even know what hit them.
Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said.
Threats could work, although without any proof it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
That's an interesting proposition. You want to burn him, ma'am? But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just a curse.
You're a flatterer.
Sheesh, mommy! As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Ah, fuck. Right then, have you decided what you want me to working on? Let's do this. I want you to help me investigate the kidnapping, right? Because I gotta know. We gotta know. My brain is too big.
Finally, we have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son.
Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts onto looking into the kidnapping.
Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers?
Alright, I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try to find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here to keep a lookout.
Alright.
There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going. Bye-bye! Okay, this... Oh, okay, Sakazaki, that was her name. This is the girl I'm talking about. Okay, guys. Okay. Here, okay. Do we continue Harue's storyline? Or do we look into what this girl has done? What do you think? So we can, like, get a glimpse of what's happening here. I wonder. Up to you, but it might be easier to just do one at a time so as to not get lost. Man, jumping around could be fun. Jump around! Jump around! Jump up and get down! One at a time would be better for following along. Man! That's true. A nice thought. Summary of previous events. Despite having obtained the curse of the Haunting Clappers, Haruhi Shiyama is determined to use the Rite of Resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other curse stones. Haruhi Shiyama! 1 a.m. Are we alone?
It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait. And wait. I know it's dangerous to go out, but I can't just sit here and let this opportunity pass me by. I have to look for her. For Michio Shiraishi. At first, I need to find more soul dregs.
Oh!
What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair.
Well, read it.
I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years. In fact, well, it's not like I have anything better to do.
Look at the society. Let's look at education. Because that's where the school news might be, right?
Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. The country has gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce, though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Come to think of it, I never offered him any tea.
Tea?
Not that I ever learned how to make it.
Can we look at the other articles? I don't really watch much television. It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box.
But father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping, back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss.
Society. Oh. Anything? Society.
It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it'd make my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is so filthy with gas and smog. If there's one thing Hanjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day.
What?
A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't everybody I knew.
Anybody I knew. Wait! Hold on! We never really found out what the police officers were investigating when we saw them as Shogo. Saucy!
I don't read the news anymore, not since last year. It brings back bad memories.
Okay. Oh!
Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure? Huh? What? But... no, this can't be right.
Guys, I was right! I was right!
Her name. Michiyo Shiraishi from Komagata High School. It can't be. Michiyo Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week? But that means... Mr. Jinochi was terrified of someone who had already died? Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off the hook, have I?
The telephone? Oh. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. Ah! Oh, you can barely hear it. You can barely hear it. It's ringing. Oh, this is spooky. Let's answer first.
Hello, Shigema residence.
Moshi mosh. What? What? Oh, he did call. Hey.
Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Kamagata Branch. Richter, there's something I need to tell you.
Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Why are you suddenly so solemn and sad? What you want? You first, buddy.
Please, go ahead.
Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries looking for curse bearers, and I think I found a few candidates. Oh! First, a tall man I ran into Kinchibori Park. Is he gonna confess? Ma'am, I kinda loved you from the day we met. I know your son's kinda dead and you're kinda depressed about it, but I honestly think it's kinda hot that you're kinda wacky and shit now. I asked him for directions, but trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Then there's the middle-aged guy I saw on South Warigesui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in hand. Oh, this is Jonichi. Jonochi? He had a nervous air about him, too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I'd bet. He'd make a good target. Oh, I bet he's the guy that locked us. Yeah, he's on the street. I bet he's the guy that locked Shogo in the building. Oh? Oh? We know this guy. Who the fuck are you? They're matching though. That's slay. They're a little couple. Oh. Next up is a pair, a young man and woman. I saw around Ryogoku Bridge. This time the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work. But with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks one can trust. The woman is spoiler? What do you mean? No! Wah. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. The last is two detectives I've been sniffing around. The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's gotta be up.
How do you know where they're from?
Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. I mean, this guy, he studied with this guy in detective school. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye.
You found all of them in so little time? I really did hire the best.
It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai PI. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai, Investigator Extraordinaire!
My, an investigator extraordinaire! Is that why you dress like that? Without drawing attention to yourself?
You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit.
Well, that aside. The middle-aged man and young couple sound the most promising, am I right?
Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. We gotta tell them.
There's something I need to tell you.
What's up?
Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi.
The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping?
That's her. Well, she's dead.
She's what?
The student who committed suicide last week. That was her.
I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name though.
Talk about bad luck.
You finally get a lead and only to find out it's turned into a literal dead end. Okay, a little too soon. That was distasteful. Unless her death was the whole reason Jonochi was so shaken up. He said she was gonna curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave?
It seems like we're back where we started.
Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I put my money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her.
I see.
And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping.
Hmm?
In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch.
A hunch?
Well, more of a theory. A game theory! Care to take a guess? I can guess.
I can't say for certain, but...
I have to get this right. I do not care. With murder! What if Mr. Jonochi silenced Michio Shiraishi with murder?
What do you think?
I see. So you think Miss Shiraishi's death might not have been a suicide? That would certainly give him a good reason to think she'd hold a grudge, but I'm not sure I buy it. That might be a little far-fetched. I see. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not really cut out to play detective. What do you mean? Wait. Nah. We're getting it right. Michio Shiraishi silenced Mr. Jonochi with blackmail. What if Michio Shiraishi silenced Mr. Jonochi with blackmail? What do you think? Interesting, that's what he claimed was going on, but I wonder about that. What the fuck? Again! Hold on. Hold on. If Junichi silenced Michio Shiraishi with blackmail... That's what I picked. Junichi silenced Michio with blackmail. Here is my brain. So... Clearly, the real culprit of the incident is Mr. Junichi. My assumption, my inference from all the information so far is that Mr. Junichi probably took a bribe from someone higher up than him. In turn, he had blackmailed Miss Michio Shiraishi into leading Shuichi Shigema into the car. That being said, Michio Shiraishi may have truly committed suicide because of this blackmail held on over her head by Mr. Junichi. This is my assumption. Junichi knew about Miss Shiraishi's connection to the kidnapping and used that to blackmail her into doing his bidding. Fuck! I was halfway there! He made her feel so trapped she took her own life to escape. That's my read on it.
How despicable. Well, it's just a theory.
A game theory! Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Junichi.
Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. He's gazing down at the water. What does he see down there, I wonder?
Didn't you want to tell me something?
I've already said everything I wanted to say.
Okay, buddy. We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. Sure. What next? The Sumida River.
The water is filthy and horrid, but at night when it's still, it looks almost peaceful.
Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home?
I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it.
Oh shit, this is where her son's body was found.
This was where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think of is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then.
Fine.
And I pray to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day.
You know, in olden times, people believed the rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife, that same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meireki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways.
Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told.
They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too.
So if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife?
Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to modern day. To the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot we're standing now right over the water. The border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Just thinking aloud, ma'am.
Well, it's a nice thought.
Don't jump scare me. Okay. What the fuck do I do now? I'm scared.
Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you?
Go ahead.
It must have been about 20 years now when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand.
What?
It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar, and that they could tell it had been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait.
Are you talking about the Nejima murders? What the fuck is this shit now?
So you've heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time.
I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea that the victim was a classmate of yours. Oh shit. Oh, it's fucking long! A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Yeesh. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student, as it appeared to have been severed deliberately. The police launched the murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. Jesus Christ. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until hitherto until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working... What the fuck? Ugh! To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur, a wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that.
They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill.
A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny, everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage wouldn't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself.
That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anyone would go looking. Or so the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing very quickly back then. Things were confusing, everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it into the river, it would rot, quickly and discreetly, and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Najima. The man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end, but the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting?
Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders.
But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand.
Well, that's not really a surprise. You literally said so at the start. You literally said so at the start that you were... Wait, was I the only one assuming? I don't know. Was it not implied that she was the one? She did, yeah. The police
actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was the only thanks. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me.
Huh. I guess it wasn't the killer's day.
Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it.
He was only sentenced to life. He wasn't killed. In 20 years, he is either still in that prison, died in that prison, or got out. Could it possibly be that? Hold on, wait. Wait. Oh man, we don't have the file for him. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No, it can't be. It can't be. Sorry. Sorry. I was wondering maybe the Jonochi guy was actually Nejima.
Is something wrong?
Not really. It just struck me it's been 20 years since the Nejima murders.
So it has.
Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Hmm? I'm fucking big fucking brained! Just kidding, it wasn't that big of a deal. I need to tinkle again. I will be right back. Tinkle time! Tinkle time, tinkle time! Okay. Hi. Hi. Fish! Fish! Hold on. Okay. Head on really quickly. Oh. Okay. Okay. We proceed. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My. The way you put it. It's like you're saying Fumichika Najima could be out on parole right now. Back in society, under a new name with nobody any the wiser.
It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Nejima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind.
I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too.
What was it?
I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima.
Oh?
He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered, too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all.
Oh, now everyone remembers! Yeah. Why now?
So, what next?
The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. Alright.
Suspend. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume again. Resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Oh! Oh! Okay, besties. Here's my assumption. So, I think that Nejima is back, trying to revive the girl he murdered. What? For why? To kill her all over again. Motherfucker is crazy. He's insane. That's just me though. That's just my assumption. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Yes, Queen. Resurrection is so slay. He wants a round 2. That's so fucked up. I could not read the rest of that file because it specifically reminded me of the song that freaked me out and that made me not sleep properly for days, for months when I moved here to Canada. That was a little freaky. It's okay though, it's okay. What do you guys think? I think we go in order, right? Do we go with the girl or do we go with Tetsuo? Yeah, that. That. It was just a tiny little bit freaky. I'm not gonna lie. What do you think? Should we go with the schoolgirl or Tetsuo Tatsumi? Okay. I think we go with I think jellyfish choice. Okay. In that case, we're gonna go with the detective because now that we know that Nejima is out, they might be investigating a crime that could have been committed by him. Who knows? Who knows? We might as well just go in order. It's okay. Tetsuo Tatsumi,
Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate, Jun Ario. Oh, that's where we were! Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 11 p.m. Former Yasuda Gardens. Okay. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home, it's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised, lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but... if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask him who the perp is. Somehow I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Sorry. Supposedly you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You mean a Ouija board? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometimes, boss. What now? Stop messing around! You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. I gotta be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Spirit board, yes, no. All one needs is a coin and a piece of paper with letters and numbers written. So it's technically not a Ouija board? Okay. Listen up, Ario. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the... Oh, shit. It's his friend. Wait, that's kind of fucked up. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whatever it was that did this. I'll get him. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Howdy! Hi! We're playing more of Paranormasight. Bias is weak in our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss! So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. What is that mouth? I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime where we can soak up the atmosphere. Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye, boss. Spooky. This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River. Oh. But the river became so polluted that they cut it off. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park here became city property a number of years ago and it underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. So you're saying it's spooky? This is where the victim was found. Well, it's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Well, what was the crime? I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. What was the case, though? About the case. So early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. He's cursed! While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and that evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up.
Jun Ario, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. A detective in the
Man! I'm having a stroke!
A detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is sergeant.
Oopsies.
This is his first time leading a case like this. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use some more people like him.
Back then. But, boss?
Yeah?
Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the Investigation Division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all be clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much.
Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right?
You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that?
I can't talk anymore.
If you've picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself.
Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially when involving an officer. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer.
You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like?
Oh, we were friends! Look at that hair! Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. I'm losing my yeah power, yeah. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or for worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation.
Sounds like we lost a good one.
Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but...
It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling.
He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Oh. I'm speed reading, hold on. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. That's the only thing we need to know.
Don't worry, you're plenty unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago.
There was one even weirder than you?
Yeah, the private investigator guy. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Richter, yeah! Since it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously.
That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor.
Please don't make fun of my dead friend.
Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field.
You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale.
Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes.
I can already see it. Eddie, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what goes on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. Bro, don't jinx it. You're gonna get cursed. You're gonna get cursed by the spooky Wookiees. Oh. Sheesh. You really are something. Sheesh! Thank you. I'm gonna save really quickly. Over on this part, because there's no point in keeping these slots. We can go on for a little longer. Okay. About the victim.
What about the victim's family?
The Yoshimi family is from Kita Senju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this cool old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted.
And he lived there alone?
It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that.
There's that bias I keep talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated.
That's a bias, too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school. Over 10 years, they just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman.
Not so. How terrible for her.
Hi! Welcome, welcome! We're playing a horror game!
But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her.
Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Okay, now we know what. Now we need to know who the fiancé is. We need to know who the fiancé is. It'll tie everything together. I smell it. Who could it possibly be? Not her. Who? Do we know? Do we know? Any ladies? Nope. Hey boss? I looked into the case that Hajime was running.
Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on that he died?
We're playing a horror game after Welcome Welcome. Feels like it's translating to Welcome to the Trauma. Yeah, welcome to the trauma! Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles.
Uh-huh.
The first was the Oh shit! It ties up! The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Ah! The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident.
So she'd been troubled for some time.
That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what.
Must have been trouble at home.
That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead.
And it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then.
He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation.
I see, and you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered.
Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too. Keep talking! And what was the other case that was working? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. What the? A new person! A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good.
Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up. Then he met with the girl the day he died.
Well, every school got its problems. but I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him.
Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this.
We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too.
Oh yeah, you're right. I need water, hold on. Okay. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her? Who knows indeed?
That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing.
Ah, yeah, I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss.
Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least.
You were?
Shit.
Burps. Is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me, actually. Makes sense.
Ah, well, I don't think you can get away with that with other people.
So anyways, boss.
Were you even listening?
We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the two Komagata high school cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. But who's the girl? Body found at former Yasa Gardens 2 days prior, 11 AM, cause of death acute heart failure. Signs of a struggle were found at the scene. Okay. Well, it doesn't say anything about the lady. Still nothing about the lady. It just says fiancé. About the cause of death. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done.
Autopsy.
From what we've seen, though, it'd appear to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and he had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved.
Dying in the middle of a park like that, it certainly seems suspicious.
We found signs of a struggle at the scene as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints.
If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets.
So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who try mugging a cop as big as him.
I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly.
Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
Man, this is a lot of talking. It's not as interesting. Time of death was around 11 PM 2 days ago. Outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 PM the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at the time in the first place?
That's the question, innit?
The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that would be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I think someone called him here.
It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason, and since it seems like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here?
Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night.
Oh, that was him talking. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret.
And then they got into a fight?
No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something.
Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him?
Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know what exactly killed him.
Right. But how would we know? But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You're like a god to me.
He's his Kami Oshi!
You're the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that.
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Man's calling him old. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today.
Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by you too.
Bro, just keep talking. Why do I have to keep clicking the same fucking topic?
On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? What was wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden?
It's just, I never heard you talk about them or anything. Are you single?
Shut it, that's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then...
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Damn! Damn! Oh, I'm sorry. Can't believe she'd give up a guy like you.
I was never home much, too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all.
How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ariel. You say that.
Oh, you say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. Something tells me he's related to Mommy. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. For Mommy, her husband was moved to a different province. Yeah. There aren't many who can really understand it, but we'll see. We'll see. They are police, so. Not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on, I promise. I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she?
Jeez, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's, well, a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
What? It's the girl! 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 It's the girl that was with... No! This guy! The picture earlier! When Richter was talking about the people! Oh my gosh! Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady.
Stop that!
She's living on her own though, huh? You must worry about her.
Worry? I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can keep up with you. We're done talking about this. Okay.
You're not done talking about this.
Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder.
You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. Oh shit, everyone's connected to everyone. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have stuck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry.
Yo, that's crazy. So all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? The rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. Not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City. So I thought maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever, or that record of fates.
Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that. Seriously.
This isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the rite of resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but...
Bringing the dead back to life, that's just stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it?
Well, boss, I think that about does it.
Right, let's call it a night. See, I'll see you tomorrow.
Ah! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it was gonna happen! I fucking knew it! Mommy! What the hell? Why? Why? My heart! My heart! Okay. Boss, what's happened? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile.
Do not be fooled. It's a true lie. It's no rumor. Believe me. Say the truth. Damn it. It was that case all along.
Boss, what is it? Is there something over there?
Such deep sorrow, a resentful memory.
Those who deceive with falsehood and return forever in eternal darkness.
Kill them. Kill them! Those who spread lies. Kill them all!
You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. You press the use curse button when someone lies to you. The beach!
Ew, he's got a... Yo, what that tongue do?
Kills by hanging! Oh no. Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements. Wait, what? He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. A man local named Jinkichi was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. Was a kind of man. The prosperity of that ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales. The people thought of him as a bad man. Even in death, he hung there for days till his neck stretched. Ew! Is it? Doesn't look like it. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree do not fall. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home. Another unfortunate event.
People held their tongues fearing divine punishment, but the room... Oh. Okay. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill! Kill them! Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. This kind of gives the vibe of like... I am thou, thou art I. You know, from Persona? Persona! Kill them! Boss? Boss! Hey! Why is his lips pursed like that? What's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Aria. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Ah! Okay. I think that's it for this gameplay of Paranormasight. Why? Because I can barely fucking talk. Hold on. Okay. I'm starting to like stumble over my words. So I think I should give it a rest. I can barely talk. I'm like tripping all over my tongue. Like, you know what that means? You know how that feels? It's the vibe, innit? Need to moisten up your mouth. Hey, yo! I'm not gonna speak on that. Anyway! I think from today's stream, we've discovered that I'm kind of really big brain. I'm kind of really big brain if you think about it, really. So yeah. Okay. Big brain Mero! Thank you though for the stream. Thank you though for the stream. It's fun to get a couple. Holy shit! I cannot talk. Was fun to get a couple screams in. Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly. I agree. Thank you for being here with me. I know it's a very late hour. Not as much people are here, and that's totally fine. What was I gonna do? Right. I have a little bit of work to do. And I might as well go do them while I rest my throat. Because tomorrow! What time? Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. we are playing Pocket Mirror! Yay! It's an RPG Maker style game. Pixel art. And it's got a really interesting story. Also horror. It's also a little spooky, but not as bad as this, I think. I don't think it's as bad as this, so I think we're good. I have a few things cooking. I'm actually really excited to work on them. Well, let's talk like really seriously, super quick. There's a lot of projects coming up for this
those settings are so fun to play with. I don't know. Should be done with final. You have before stream, so yippee! Good luck with the finals. Oh, that's probably why people are kind of busy, huh? Okay, don't tell anyone this. I've been very... I think everyone's kind of just having a rough time right now. All my friends and a lot of my friends, all my friends, there's not a lot of them. They're still going through finals right now. So they're kind of really tired and stuff because they're actually going to school this semester. I'm the outlier. I'm the only one taking the summer term. So they're kind of having a rough time. And I think me personally, I've also been having a rough time. I don't know why, but it started since like this weekend. And my eyes, as soon as they flutter open, when I wake up in the morning, I stare at my numbers and it's not looking good. It's been bringing me down. I hate it. This is like the one thing I knew I was gonna deal with when I was like, oh my gosh, Corpo VTuber. Wow. Fuck, man. It's gonna happen sooner or later. One of my what earlier today, Umi posted a video about, it was a parody song 2 days before debut. Or 2 days until debut. I don't remember the title, but it was like she was talking about like being nervous and like feeling like there's a lot of pressure on her and like rushing stuff and kind of forgetting that she's doing that, kind of forgetting to have fun in the middle of it. It kind of hit home. She did really well on it. I know it's meant to be a parody, but it kind of hit home. I don't think those feelings ever disappear after debut, because honestly, I've been feeling it. I've been feeling it a lot. Where it's like, I mean, a lot of this is fun, but I really want to do well. And obviously, I'm not doing well. And I feel like that's a lot of added pressure. And with everything else going on in my life right now, it's a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot on my brain right now. There's a lot of brain worms. So I'm like, ugh, bleh. Ugh. Just tired. Oh well. It's okay. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways. I am gonna end stream. I'm probably gonna get some work done until who knows when. Who knows? I don't know. I hope your numbers start improving soon. I'm sharing you with everyone I know in my watch. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. Man. Why am I such a crybaby? I feel like if I just stopped being so shy and insecure, I feel like I'd do better. Shit's getting to me, man. What? You're doing fantastic on stream. I think at least we just gotta get more people to see your greatness. Yeah, I hope so. Well, anyway, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am slowly approaching my 1 month anniversary. My 1 month celebration since I debuted. Yay! I think that's why I'm probably like really feeling everything. Cause it's like, will I be proud of what I've achieved in a month? Who knows? I have a week. I have less than a week to find out. We'll see. But yeah. Anyways. I have a couple of things to work on. I got back into journaling. I got back into journaling. I was writing out stuff earlier, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed having a pen in my hand and just writing shit down. And I kind of don't have stickers right now, which is kind of sad. I'm a sticker fiend. But those stickers from my phone are coming. Apparently on May 17th. It is crazy how slow that is, but I'm excited. And then I'm probably not gonna get any more stickers. It's okay. I probably shouldn't spend money on stickers, man. The fuck. I will make do. But I'm very happy to be back into journaling. I missed journaling. It's nice having your shit together on paper. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I might just be kind of crazy, guys. This is the same bitch that was talking shit like, oh my gosh, I love office lady stuff. I love administrative work. Holy shit, I must hate myself. That's crazy. I mean, you are crazy. You're right. You're right. But yeah. You love my type of crazy? Aw, shucks. You got me all blushing. Sure. The best kind of crazy. Oh, shucks. Oh, y'all are making me all flustered. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. But that only means hustle time. It only means grind time. It only means that there's more to be done. The Southern Belle coming out is so cute. Is that what it's called? I don't think I do the Southern accent very well. We don't have that kind of shit in the Philippines. If you have like I guess what you'd call a Southern or provincial accent, it just means you speak Tagalog a little rougher. I guess. I don't know. But aw shucks. Thank you. Okay. I will continue to write stuff in my journal. Maybe I'll learn to doodle. I really want to draw Miffy all over it. Ah, the little Miffy bunny. I wonder if there's like Miffy stickers out there. Miffy stickers. Ah! It's not a great accent. It hurts me. I've been judged by the Southerner. No. Am I culturally appropriating you? But it's cute, so you're forgiven. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna stop rotting my brain over the idea of Miffy stickers and more stationery, because I left a lot of them back home in the Philippines. If I could, I would have a massive stash of stationery shit. Trust. It'd be all cool pens and stickers and shit like that. But, you know, life ain't like that anymore. It's better than those damn Yankee Southern impressions. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what a Yankee is, but it's okay. Anyway. My throat's kind of giving out on me. Today was very tiring. Today was rough. I was doing adulting things and doing so many... Oh, New Yorkers? That's what a Yankee is? I see. I was doing so many adulting things today, just running back and forth between fucking government offices, getting my shit right, and doing my taxes. Holy fuck. I'm happy it's over. God, I'm exhausted. I am about to pass out. But there's a couple of things I want to do before I do it, so I'm gonna do that! You love the government? If you say so. For legal reasons, I am but a VTuber on the internet. Don't deport me! Way! It is not much fun. Get that social credit. You guys are... Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, guys, okay. It's time to go. I gotta work. I gotta do... Shut up! Shut up! Tim Hortons is not mid. It's above average. Okay. I must go. I must return. I must journal, do a little bit of work, maybe read a little bit of books, and Eep. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST to play Pocket Mirror, a cute little pixel art RPG Maker game. Okay? I hope I see you there. Regardless of whether you'll be there, if there are people lurking that this is their first time seeing me, or if there are people who might decide that this is the last time they watch me, I hope you have a happy life. And I hope you have a good night. Otsumero!